All right. In this lecture, I wanted to talk about you guys making the same mistakes over again. I'm at the original setup, the beginning of the psych lectures where it all started. And honestly, I want to get back into the habit of daily posting, helping you guys out to the most of my ability. I've been getting advice a lot from like YouTube coaches and people like how to grow your Discord, and they're like, bro, you're giving out too much content for free. They're all a bunch of fucking dork ass losers. I don't care about growing my business or growing my channel. I'm gonna just push out as much content as I physically can to be able to help you guys out. Because I always get messages from people constantly telling me, Salman, your videos are helping me out so much. So that's what I'm gonna do. From now on, I'm gonna just daily post, help you guys out, so you guys always have a channel to come back to remind yourself of the problems you're making and how to fix them. Because fuck all this growth shit, all these people on social media, they all piss me off. I hate all of them. But anyways, stop making the same mistakes in trading. Now, what this means is majority of you guys have problems you know you have, right? You have day-to-day problems that you know you continuously make, and it's very difficult to break it. Well, how do you go about breaking the problems? If you make a mistake one day, right, but then you stop yourself immediately from making that mistake and actively become conscientious about it in your brain, you then can create solutions to it faster, and it won't become a repeating problem. But majority of you guys have been making the same mistake for so long where now it's kind of engraved into your brain and it's hard to detach from the problem. Now, in trading specifically, what do these problems look like? Over leveraging, over trading, not following your trading strategy. Input literally any problem you have right now. FOMO, greed, fear, it doesn't matter. But you're either one or the other, right? You just recently started to have this problem, or it's been a problem for the last couple of months. Now, how do you go about fixing this? You need to become conscientiously aware that you have the problem. That's and that's 50% of being able to fix it. If you sit there every day and say, don't have this problem, or yeah, I have this problem, I don't really care about fixing it, well, dumbass, you're going to get the same result. But if you switch the mental frame and say, you know what, I really have this problem, how am I going to go about fixing it? The ways in which you do it, number one, becoming conscientiously aware. Number two, building an actual plan on how you're going to fix this problem. You guys have heard people say before, create your trading kind of like a business, right? And treat your trading like a business. A business owner would be a fucking dumbass if he sat there and said, you know what, I have this problem, but you know what, fuck it. I'm going to go play video games instead. I'm going to go jerk my shit instead of actually fixing the problem. He would be a genuine dumbass, right? If you take a business owner and a business owner sits there and he's like, yep, you know what, I have this problem, but I'm going to go scroll TikTok because fuck it, I want my life to go shit. You would literally look at that business owner and you'd be like, bro, what the fuck is this dude on right now? But actively, that's the decision you guys are making every day. You all are sitting there knowing you have a problem, whether that be over leveraging, over trading, no discipline, FOMO, greed, fear. You know you have these problems, but you're not doing anything every single day about actually being able to fix those problems. Well, then my question to you is, if you know you have a problem, you're not doing anything about fixing it, how are you expecting to see progression? How are you expecting to see anything and any sense of change? The easiest way to fix any problem in trading that you have is to sit there and try to be a professional. Envision yourself in 6 to 12 months and envision yourself as a successful day trader. And ask yourself, what are the core habits that he were to do that then led him to break the problem that he had? Because you know yourself the best. No one knows you like you know yourself. And this is why you have the superpower. You have this superpower to be able to sit there and fix all of your problems. If you sit there and envision yourself in 6 to 12 months and ask yourself what changed about that person, why was he able to see success, you can then backtrack, right? Based off of your own personality traits. So to put this into example, what this would look like, let's say you have the problem of fear right now. You then, based off your own personality traits, look at yourself in 6 to 12 months and ask yourself, what is it that person changed to stop himself from being fearful in the marketplace? Based off of my own personality traits, what is it that he changed? Third person point of view, bird's eye point of view. Oh, well, I noticed that he wrote down exactly what will allow him to see progression, to break the ability to have fear in the marketplace. I noticed he wrote down his daily checklist every single day, what he was looking for, what he was aiming for, And then from there, he wrote down the checklist, come back to the checklist, revise the checklist, and then from there, he actually executed the trade. Or he has greed. Okay, how would that person in 6 to 12 months that's actually seeing success? Let me write down exactly what he did. Because at the end of the day, you know yourself the best. You know exactly what that person would do. This is the superpower. You can literally have a superpower right now. And no one really talks about this. Because everyone's fucking emotionally stupid. Majority of people are genuinely fucking retarded. You don't have to be a retard. You can sit there and say, okay, if I know myself, my personality traits, how that person would act in 6 to 12 months, well, they would do these things. Okay, well then let me start actually implementing these things. It sounds like common sense, but no one talks about it. No one actually takes the time to sit there and reflect about their own life based off their own personality traits. You can be your own therapist. This is a superpower, a literal superpower that God has sent down to us. You can be your own therapist. You could solve all your problems and all the control is in your hand. You just have to sit there and ask yourself, based off of my own personality traits, what would I do? What's the best decision that I can possibly make right now? And then from there, you backtrack based off of what the future version of yourself would actually end up doing that's successful. You would then backtrack all of that. Okay, well, this person would do X, Y, Z. Interesting. Okay, let me start to apply those things. Because understanding and application are two different things. It's like yin and yang. 50% of solving a problem, right, is understanding that you have a problem, whatever that problem is. The other 50% is the discipline to actually act on the solutions to the problems. So, for example, you are a fearful trader. Okay, why are you a fearful trader? Understanding the problem. Well, I'm a fearful trader because I've never had this much money fluctuation come into my life, and I also don't have a job. Okay, well, the successful version of myself in 6 to 12 months, what would he do? Oh, okay, maybe he would get a job, number one. Number two, he would then, right, tell himself and reaffirm to himself every single day that this is the journey that I have to take in order to remove fear. Okay, well, now that I know this, let me start applying this every single day. Let me see if this does anything. Surprise, surprise. In 30 to 60 days, you're a whole different trader and a whole different person. Or let's say you have the problem of over leveraging. Okay, well, what would the successful version of myself say to me? I'm my own therapist, so what would my successful version of myself say? Okay, well, in 6 to 12 months, my successful version of me would probably tell me in my current stage to trade on PopStep and have auto lockout, 1 trade a day. So then that way, maybe, just maybe, I stop myself from having constant fear, constant over leveraging, constant over trading. Okay, well, let me try that, right? Because I know I have the problem of over leveraging and over trading. That's why I can't pass an account. Okay, I'm going to set out auto lockout, and I'm going to get a job, and I'm going to stop having fear, and I'm going to apply everything that I know I could be doing on a day-to-day basis because I'm my own therapist. No one else knows me like me. This is the mindset that you need to instill and adopt, and you'll actually start seeing so much progression. No one knows you like you. This is what I want you guys to get to and understand. I won't be able to advise you as good as you would be able to advise yourself. And this is why I say, like, you need ego to some extent. Because you kind of need to be an egotistical person to say, I can fix my own problems. Kind of need a little bit of ego, right? But that ego will serve you because at the end of the day, you'll be able to see progression like you've never seen in your life. Become your own therapist. Sit there and talk to yourself. You might seem like a fucking Looney Tune person, right? You might seem to yourself like, what the fuck is this guy talking about right now? What, I'm gonna go sit in my room and talk to myself? Bro, that's weird. But at the end of the day, if you don't sit there and ask yourself questions, how are you able to see progression? How are you able to change the trajectory of your life? You won't be able to, right? So literally, practice this. This is a very short video, but I want this to be a constant habit that you start doing. You're not going to be able to see progression tomorrow doing it, but if you apply this on a 30 to 60 to 90 to 180 day basis, you're going to be a different human being. Because as you have more problems, because that's how trading is, as you even scale, you'll have more problems. They'll just be different formatted. How do I scale? Well, fuck, I don't know anyone who has scaled before, but let me just ask myself because I'm my own therapist. Okay, let me sit there and try to solve this problem. Let me talk to myself. Well, Salman, how do I go about scaling right now? Well, I don't really know a lot of people who have scaled to the point that I want to scale at, so let me talk to myself. Let me be my own therapist. Well, I think the best way for me to scale is to consistently get more payouts, up my contract sizing, as well as up the account sizing that I'm trading, take those payouts and throw them into bigger swing positions. I think that's the way that I'm going to scale right now. That's literally what I've been doing for the last 60 to 90 days. I did 20K in payouts off Top Step. I then deposited that into my swing position and my swing portfolio for my swing positions. And I'm now upping the sizing for my swing positions to the point now where in the next 6 to 12 months, my average P&L on my swing position should be around 20 to 50 grand per trade. And I probably will have around a 10 trade a year frequency. So if I'm doing 20 to 50K per position times 10 positions, I should be making 20 to 50K. And that's just one instrument. And then from there, my crypto leverage trading, making me 2 to 5 to 10K per position. And then on top of that, my Top Step payouts that make me 10, 20, 30, 40, 50K a month. Take all that cash, keep throwing it, keep making the snowball larger and larger and larger. But what did I just do? What did I just explain to you guys that I just did? I just sat there and became my own therapist and said, I have problems, how do I fix them? Instead of being a dork-ass loser like majority of other people, oh my god, I don't know what to do. They're all fucking losers. They're emotional losers. Fuck that shit. That shit's corny as fuck. All of these people are losers. I'm sorry, guys. I know I talk a lot of shit, but I hate everyone, bro. All of these people are cornballs. So instead of being like them, you could sit there and have the power in your own hands to change your own life. You just have to be your own therapist and start asking yourself your problems that you're currently facing. Then that will ultimately allow you to stop making the same mistakes over and over and over and over again. Because if you don't self-reflect and you don't become your own therapist, what's going to end up happening is you're going to make the same mistake over and over and over again. And then you're going to have 6 to 12 to 24 months of no progression. You're going to sit there like a dickhead with your dick in your hand with no progression. And who the fuck wants to be that person? Who wants to be the guy with 2 years under his belt, no progression? That is the lamest shit on the planet. But that's the journey that you're headed down right now. Unfortunately, right? That's the journey that you're headed down right now. Beats me, you're going to only be able to afford a fucking McDonald's burger in 6 to 12 months if you don't change. That's the reality. I have such a different mental frame than majority of people. Majority of people sit there and they're like, everything's going to be okay. You'll be fine. Fuck no, it's not. Fuck no. You are headed down pain and misery right now. Sorry, I'm the only person that's going to actually tell you what's going to happen. If you don't change right now and you don't become your own therapist and fix your problems right now, you are headed down to Loserville. You are going to be a loser. Now, you can take that advice and say, fuck this guy. I hate this guy for him telling me the truth. You know what? I want to be fed lies. Let me go watch another guru that tells me that I can start making 100K a month in 30 days. All that information is overplayed and corny, bro. You know majority of these people are liars anyways. So why do you keep listening to their advice? Or you could sit there and say, you know what? My life is actually headed down towards shit and misery right now. So I'm going to actually have the control in my hands to change the trajectory of my life right now. And I'm going to sit there and become my own therapist and actually start solving my problems. Or you can go watch Joe Schmo's fucking YouTube video on how to start making 100K a month. And this strategy made me 40%. I'm a fucking dickhead. I'm a loser. Like, who wants to be that guy? Who? Bro, you know majority of these gurus are fucking feeding you horse shit anyways. Stop watching their videos. Stop. Become your own therapist. Sit there and have the control in your hands to change your own life. And you'll actually start to see progression. That's it. That's all I wanted to talk about. Anyways, we're back to daily uploads, bro. We're so back. I'm going to ensure all of you guys get to profitability. Fuck all this YouTube optimization shit, bro. If God wants my channel to blow up, He will blow up my channel. I don't give a shit, bro. I'm done with this YouTube optimization shit, Discord optimization. Fuck all the optimizations, bro. I'm going to just chat shit to you guys because that's what I love doing. Anyways, I love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.